Hey guys, hope everybody's had a good Saturday. This is just a bonus edition of True Crime After Dark. This weekend we did a regular one last night, and I've just been perusing the Google machine today while I was watching football. By the way, the Dogs won. Georgia won the SEC championship, so go Bulldogs! I was so glad they beat Texas. Anyway. And right now I've got the Oregon and Penn State game on I think it's the Big Ten championship. So I've got it muted, but I'm trying to keep an eye on it. So far, Oregon is kicking butt as usual. So anyway, this will just be quick, an hour or so, hour and a half, because hopefully our friend Dave, out on the prowl, will be on with his usual late Saturday night, early Sunday morning live stream. So I always go over there and support Dave in the chat and help mod for him. And sometimes if I'm good, a good girl, he'll let me come up on panel with him. So if you're not already subscribed to Dave, Al on the Prowl, his link is in the description box of the live stream. And he usually either doesn't schedule his live streams or he just schedules them a few minutes before he goes on. So be sure when you subscribe to hit the notification bell to all, so you will be notified when he goes live. So if any of you are night owls like I am, and a lot of us are around here, please do come join Dave. As far as I know, he's going to be going live unless something just comes up. But let's see who we have here. Get back down to my comments. Junior, as usual, says he can never figure out what time the live stream is. I'm sorry, Junior. I know Junior's probably in bed by now. He's a early goes to bed early and gets up with the chickens. So he might make it back, but we love Junior. He's a wonderful supporter of the channel from the beginning. So hopefully he can find his way back. And this was kind of a last minute. I wasn't for sure if I was going to do a live stream, extra live stream tonight, but since the ball game was like I figured it would be kind of a blowout, although it's 28-17 right now, so it's a little bit closer. But anyway, I just kind of scheduled this late. Miss Paula is here. Always good to see Miss Paula. Please do check out Miss Paula also. She has such a wonderful, positive channel. I love going over there and watching the shorts that she does. And she was supposed to, I don't know if she's done it yet, maybe tomorrow, put up her review. She went to see the new Wicked movie. So I'm anxious to hear what she thought about that, because I love Wicked. I've read the books. I've gone to see the show, the musical, here in Little Rock at our and it was excellent. So I'm just anxious to hear what Miss Paula has to say about what she thought of the movie. Mr. James Tate is here. Always an honor to have Mr. James. Absolutely. Please do check out. I forgot to put it in the chat, but all the links to the Timmy's Legacy Foundation, the YouTube channel, the Facebook group, and the petition to sign to reopen Timmy's case are all in the description box as well, as always. So please do, once again, if you subscribe to the channel, join the Facebook group, sign the petition. If you've done all those already, share anywhere and everywhere. Very important stuff to get out. Oh goodness. Hello, Echoes. How are you doing? You're hungry? I am too. I ate early today, earlier than I usually do. So what are you doing up this late? Oh yeah, you're off tomorrow, aren't you? For anyone who doesn't know, Echoes is my brother. So hopefully he won't wreak too much havoc in here. No, I'm kidding. Always good to have a family in here. So if you figure out, you can airmail me something to eat, whatever you figure out to eat. Yeah, Miss Paula wants snacks. She says, bring my snack over in a minute. Yep. Sunday Doodles is here. Always good to have Sunday here. Hope you're doing well. So tonight, like I said, well, okay, it's not, I didn't mean it's late. I mean, see, he's already giving me problems. Oh, you're at work. So once again, I am less boring than work is, correct? That's what you always tell me. I meant that I scheduled the live stream late. I didn't mean that it was late, but it is I usually start my live streams around 8:30, but I scheduled it late. I know it's not late. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, we're in the same time zone. So yeah, it's 9 o'clock here. Anyway, so what are you doing? You just sitting behind your desk as usual? Anyway, I have to give my brother a hard time. You know how little brothers are. So you made me lose track of what I was talking about, as usual. Yeah. Are you saying yes? I'm less boring in the work. Thank you for the glowing review, as always. Anyway, so we have I have an update on. Oh, thanks. Yeah, he says it's not hard to do. There's Miss Doris. Hello, Miss Doris. Good to have you here. Our friend, I believe, from the East Coast, if I remember correctly. I'm still trying to memorize where everybody is from, but I'm getting older, so my memory is not so good anymore. But I have an update on I've had some mix of like some positive stories and then some updates on some cases that we have talked about in the past on live streams, some missing persons cases. Yes, Miss Doris is from New York City. So she's got that accent that I love. I love that East Coast, New York, New Jersey accent, as I call it. I know there's a difference for anybody who lives on the East Coast, but for a Southern gal, I'll just stick to that. Anyway, like I was saying, I have a update on a couple of missing person cases that we have shared. Yes, I know. Yes, I will send your Christmas present. It may be a hand-drawn crayon card because I'm a broke girl. Um, my love is not enough Christmas present for my little brother. That's not enough. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. I love having my brother in here. Once again, you made me lose my train of thought, which that's not hard for me to do on my own. Okay, so we have a not so good outcomes on a couple of cases that we have talked about in the past, missing persons cases. Have a couple of kind of human interest stories, some positive cases, and then if we have time, like I said, I don't want to impede on whenever Dave starts his live stream. It's usually anywhere between 11:30ish and midnight-ish Central Time. So I guess I can be Dave's opener, his warm-up act to get everybody who wants to stay up with us for Dave's stream. Thank you, ma'am. Miss Dora says she loves my Southern accent. I get mixed reviews on my accent. Some people love it, and some people say, I can't understand what you're saying. Well, apparently these automated, talking about accents, apparently these automated phone services, like when you call, say, for instance, the Walmart pharmacy to reorder stuff, sometimes, you can either use your voice to tell them what you want to do or punch in a number or whatever. Well, apparently, at least the Walmart phone system, automated phone system, can't understand Southern because whenever I try to say what I want to do, it says, "Can you please repeat?" How that go, whatever it says. So I just have to punch buttons, either that or throw the phone because I get so frustrated. But thank you, Miss Doris, for saying that you love my accent. There is Ryu. Good to see you here. This has been watching and always give a like. Thank you so much. Just usually watch after live is off. That is perfectly fine. We love our replay crew. Absolutely. Thanks and blessings to you and your brother, Carmen in Colorado. So it is good. Always good to have Ryu here. Thank you for always watching, listening, giving a like. That is always helpful to get this important information out. All right, so I'm going to quit ranting about the Walmart not understanding Southern. So let me see what I want to do first. And I didn't even make a slideshow. I'm hoping it'll let my farm signal hold up enough to let me screen share. But let me see. I've got everything bookmarked. So let me see what we want to talk about first. Okay, first. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm pushing buttons, guys. Watch out. We'll just go with the first one here. Kind of an update on one of the missing that we had talked about, Vendula, Wendy Rose, who had gone missing. Where was she missing from? Oh goodness, it'll tell in the article. And some of you guys may already know this, but this article is from the 7th. So it's what today is. Today is the 7th. Okay, so let me screen share. They did, unfortunately, find her remains. Let me get it sharing. One second. With my signal, it takes a minute. It's working. There it is. Okay. Let me change and make it bigger for you guys so it'll be easier. Okay, so a body found in hammock is from Alabama. In Alabama forest, let me get rid of these ads, identified as Ohio mother missing since September. And this is, like I said, Vendula, Wendy Rose. She went missing during a hiking trip on September 24th. There's a picture of her. I believe that found her. That other picture, I remember them posting was, I think, of that pink, that backpack and like a little teddy bear sitting beside her car. It says a body found in a hammock in a forest in Alabama has been identified as belonging to an Ohio mother who went missing after leaving for a camping trip months ago. Vendula Wendy Rose, who disappeared on September 24th, was identified by human remains found in the Talladega National Forest by the Alabama Department of Forensic Science on Wednesday, December 4th, and this is according to the Cleburne County Coroner's Office. They made a statement on Facebook. It says on December 4th, the Cleburne County Sheriff's Office was notified by Cleburne County Coroner Adam Downs in reference to a positive confirmation that the remains believed to be Miss Rose, located in the National Forest, was indeed Miss Vendula Wendy Rose. Her COD has not been released. See, and you see in this picture, I wish that would quit popping up. You see that I think it's the koala bear little stuffed toy there. I think I remember they had a picture of like her backpack and that little koala bear sitting by her car, because they did find her car. I can't remember how long it was after she went missing. If I'm remembering correctly, once again, I know you guys will correct me if I'm wrong. But let's read on. Make sure I didn't skip anything before I start reading again. Okay, so her COD was not released. She was last seen leaving for a cross-state camping trip to Alabama on September 24th. The Marysville Police Division in Ohio previously shared on Facebook she was expected to return home from her trip on August 2nd. An investigation was subsequently carried out by police in search of Rose when she did not return. It says she was believed to be, quote, suffering a mental health crisis at the time of her disappearance. According to a timeline shared by police, Rose left for her trip driving in a silver Honda Accord. She last spoke to her family and friends about going on a hiking trip on September 20th, telling them that she was, quote, leaving some personal belongings in a safe deposit box at her bank, and that she also left her work keys with her employer at the time, according to police. Now, I don't want to jump to conclusions about what possibly could have happened, but just unfortunately, with a lot of things that she did before she left and things that they found or that were missing from her car, when they found the car, it sounds like possibly, now I'm not going, like I said, we don't ever like to speculate or, go down rabbit holes, but possibly could be a case of self-harm. But so she arrived in the Duggar Mountain area of Cleburne and Calhoun County on September 20th. And there, they said she hiked that portion of the Pinhoti Trail. She then went to South Carolina on September 24th before coming back to Cleburne County that afternoon. That's according to police. And so apparently this is the hammock that she was found in, or her remains were found in. It says a body has been found in a hammock in Alabama, identified as missing Ohio mother. So moving on, she was then captured on camera journeying to Oxford, Alabama, and they say making a purchase at a business before leaving solo on September 24th. Police later found her vehicle on October 7th. They said that the car had, quote, multiple notes that were deemed as abnormal for Rose unless she was having a mental health crisis. Also, a box of ammunition with 7 rounds missing was found in the car, according to police. They said at the time that there wasn't any evidence to believe that there is any foul play suspected in the case. So that's why I was saying possibly just an unfortunate incident. Her body was then discovered weeks later by a hunter on Saturday, November 30th, and we always talk about in all these missing persons cases, especially those that go missing in wooded areas, national forests, densely wooded areas. It's usually hikers, dog walkers, joggers, hunters that end up finding the remains of missing persons just by accident, because it is so hard, just like in water, so hard to find any kind of human remains in heavily wooded, dense areas. So Sheriff John Dingle said, I appreciate the hard work that Coroner Downs and the Alabama Department of Forensic Science did to confidently confirm this for the family. He added, my prayers are with Miss Rose's family and friends as they go through this loss. So I just wanted to bring you guys that update, because I know, like I said, we talked about it, or I shared it in probably a True Crime After Dark live stream or a Missing Person Monday live stream. And a lot of other creators did also talk about this case. So I happened to find this today, and I just wanted to share it with anybody who may not have heard. So let me get into your comments quickly, see if anybody's snuck in on me. All right, there's where I left off. So what kind of podcast? So Ryu or Carmen says between Rumble and Fresh Oil Podcast and Telegram. I'm not familiar with that. You're not on YouTube as much, so far behind. What kind of content do they have? I love Rumble Speed. Most time they're still do watch it a lot, or watch you a lot. Thank you so much. There's Miss PJ. Hello, Miss PJ. Oh, and when we get remind me. Always good to have Miss PJ here. She just posted, and that reminded me. Let me stop sharing, because so we're done with that article. Sorry, guys, I'm working prepare a little bit unprepared here. Always good to have Miss PJ here. She has a wonderful channel, wonderful advocate, always sharing missing persons cases. Yes, please. She says, please. Yes, welcome all. Absolutely. And please remember to hit that like button. Absolutely. If you're watching replay, thank you so much. Leave a comment, share, everybody. So today is, I hope I remember to upload that picture. Okay, what did I do? I keep pushing buttons and things keep disappearing. Today is Sebastian Rogers' birthday, and let me find the right picture. Oh, I gotta take the comment down so I can read. And Miss PJ did an excellent video, short video with some, of course, giving Sebastian's details, because he is the most important part of this whole shenanigans that his case has turned into. But Miss PJ posted an update, or not really an update, but she shared all this information and some surveillance footage that I had never seen before from they've gone out to eat, I believe, the night before, he and his mom. And so she shared that, and I did share her video to my community wall. So please go check it out. And I'm going to try to read. All his vitals are on the picture there. I can't read that little writing, but he loves cats. So we're going to talk about some of his favorite stuff. He loves cats. His favorite musician is Taylor Swift. His favorite song is "Eye of the Tiger." I can rock with that. Some Survivor. He loves Minecraft. He loves Star Wars. I can also relate. I'm also a Star Wars fan. His favorite color is green. He loves water, and he loves fishing. And so if you have any information regarding Sebastian's case, credible, real information, the only people you should be sending it to is the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838, or 1-800-TBI-FIND, and that is the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. So I just wanted to wish Sebastian, it's his 16th birthday. Wish him a happy birthday. Hopefully he will be brought home safe and sound very soon. So please, I will try to repost this. I think either Duchess or Mom, Sunshine at Mind of Monsters made this a little flyer here. I can't remember which. I will repost it when we get done here on my community wall. Please share it anywhere and everywhere you can once again. All right, let me get caught up in comments again. Junior, did I miss Junior? Hold on. Somebody was saying hi to Junior. I haven't seen Junior yet. I was kind of scrolling fast through my comments, so. Welcome, Mustang 65, 1965. Good to have you here. Absolutely. Welcome, welcome. Oh, there's Junior. Hello, Junior. Junior did make it back. He is in Michigan as opposed to Kentucky at this point in time. I hope you're staying warm, Junior. And Echoes, I hope you're staying warm up in Minnesota. I don't know how much, if y'all got any snow yet. But I believe Michigan has been getting some snow, at least some lake effect snow. Always good to see Junior. Let's see if anybody else snuck in on me. Oh, a whole bunch of comments just popped up. There is Miss Farr, all the way from Australia. Hello, hello, ma'am. Good to have you here. Always good to have Miss Farr here. I apologize if I'm sniffling. I may have to mute myself for a minute so I can blow my nose. Right, so Miss Paula, I was asking her earlier, or I said I couldn't wait to hear her thoughts on. She went to see the Wicked movie. She says the cinematography was beautiful. Loved the production design and the set design, the costume design, and the music. Excellent, excellent. How was the acting in it? I've seen clips, trailers for it, that, like you said, just the cinematography and the production and the costumes were just gorgeous, gorgeous. And you have to love the music to Wicked. I mean, it's magnificent. So thank you, Paula, for that review. Miss Paula says, are you talking about Sebastian? He went missing. It's been not quite a year now. Hold on, let me try to make my phone screen bigger so I can see. Oh, it doesn't have the date. Somebody will have to remind me of the actual date that he went missing, because it is not on. It's not been a year yet. Because he was 15 when he went missing, and he just turned 16 today. Hold on, let me find that. Let me find that information. Somebody can probably get it in chat quicker than I can look it up. All right, here's the FBI.gov information. He was been missing since February 26th of this year, 2024. So since almost the end of February, from Hendersonville, Tennessee. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt or a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, black square frame glasses. He does have autism that may impair his ability to return safely without assistance. He has ties to Clarksville, Tennessee. So if you have any information, once again, concerning anything regarding Sebastian, contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838 or the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Or you can email tips to tbi@tbi.tn.gov. or you can also contact 911, always an option. They can get you in touch with the proper authorities, or you can call your local FBI office. So it's February 26th is when he went missing. Thank you. Yeah, I know Miss PJ probably had it in there before I could find it. All right, so let me get back out of the full screen mode on my phone so I can see what I'm doing here. All right, so I also wanted to mention again, I have to go full screen on my phone again so I can read it. Jance Varela, there's a $15,000 reward for Jance Varela. He has been missing since June of 2022 from Loveland, Colorado. We talked about this some last night. Arctic Fox True Crime has done, he shared the link with it to it last night in the chat and the live stream. I will find it and put a link to it on my community wall, or post it on my community wall again. So Jance is 6'4", 140 pounds, with gray brown hair, brown hazel eyes, missing from Loveland, Colorado. There are significant concerns for his health and well-being due to a serious medical condition, which was diagnosed shortly before his disappearance. He may have a beard. He might be wearing glasses. He does have a large abdominal scar and a tattoo of the pi symbol on his left hand. Once again, a $15,000 reward is being offered for tips that lead to the resolution of his case. So if you have any information, you can call 970-498-5140. And I forgot to last night and today, but I will post this or share this poster on my community tab or community wall as well. All right, so okay. Oh, forgot to take it down before I. So let me see what we want to talk about next. Go back over to my bookmarks. All right, so we covered Vendula. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cover another update on another missing person that we had talked about and shared. Mai Vue. She went missing on Halloween of this year, or last year. No, excuse me, this year. Sorry, my brain is kicked out of gear as usual. And unfortunately, her remains have been found. So let me get this article up here. And I don't think, as of right now, foul play is suspected in her case. Let me change the layout again. There we go. So this is, I want to get down to the, so 18-year-old woman last seen on Halloween found deceased, and her sister says, obviously they are at a loss for words. Her Mai Sai Vue's sister says, we're still grateful to know that we have found her and can send her off properly. And there is a picture of Mai, beautiful young lady. So an 18-year-old California woman who was last seen on Halloween has been found deceased, according to authorities. The Marin County Sheriff's Office said in a post on Facebook on Thursday, December 5th, that the body of Mai Sai Vue was discovered on the shoreline, quote, fronting Point San Pedro near McNear's Beach in San Rafael beside the Bay Waters. And apparently it was found on Thursday, November 28th. And it says, due to the precarious and difficult to access location of the remains. The subject was recovered by Marin County search and rescue team personnel with the aid of other first responders. Due to the presenting poor physiologic condition of the body, the death was declared at the scene without any resuscitative aid provided. Sorry, once again, I forgot to put up my trigger warning, my crawler. So I'm just once again speculating, or just thoughts by the description they gave of where she was found at. I would assume that it was maybe off, she may have fallen off of some kind of cliff, or it doesn't say how high it is, but I'm just going to assume that she may have fallen. Now, once again, I'm just assuming, just go through the possibilities just for, she could have either fallen, been pushed, or unalived and then thrown, So once, like I said, it's early. We don't know. They haven't released any other details. They just said the San Francisco Police Department initially asked for the public's assistance in searching for Maya on November 3rd, just days after she was last seen, around 11 p.m. local time on October 31st. The sheriff's office says that she reportedly went missing while attending a concert venue with friends and family members, though officials said there are no signs of foul play in her death at this time. So like I said, we just have to wait, and like I said, just given the possibilities of what could have happened. According to the police, Vue was last seen in the area of Grove and Larkin Streets in San Francisco on Halloween, wearing a white dress, black leggings, and black high heels. And there's another picture of her. The cause and manner of her death are pending based on the conclusion of the investigation being completed by the San Francisco Police Department and the Marin County Sheriff's Office Coroner Division. They say a forensic postmortem examination with routine toxicology testing is pending completion. This is according to the Sheriff's Office. No further information will be released by the Coroner Division at this time as the investigation is ongoing. Her sister Caitlin wrote on a GoFundMe, "I'm still in disbelief of having to ask for everyone's support and favor in donations of her funeral expenses, as she is my only sister who I'd hoped to grow old with." She says, "I'm at a loss for words and hoping that with your support, I can send my sister off well." It's just heartbreaking. The GoFundMe, which has so far raised over $15,000 for funeral expenses, described Mai as very intelligent and a sweet person. Her funeral is scheduled for December 18th, with a burial set for the following day in Sacramento. Her sister goes on to say, "As my only sister, she was my rock and the only person who I could count on. Without my babysitter, I am lost, broken, and unable to focus on the fact that I no longer will have someone to lean on or to call my sister. A short but sweet lifetime together is never enough." Caitlin also thanked those who helped in the search for Mai. She says, "Although it was not the news we had hoped for, we are still grateful to know that we have found her and can send her off properly." So once again, as Miss Barbara would say, bittersweet. Not the outcome absolutely that anybody would want, but at least they can give her a proper burial, a proper send-off. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys. Get back over in comments. Going back to Jance, it did not say. Now I've just seen the flyer. I am going to look into Jance's case some more and probably do video or a live stream, depending on how much information I can find on exactly what they do know about Jansen's case, but as far as that flyer goes, it did not say what he was diagnosed with, Miss Paula. But when I get a chance to take a look at it, I will definitely let you guys know. Yes, she says, I hope they continue to investigate. Absolutely. Like I said, I was not aware of it until Chris actually brought it to my attention. He messaged me on Messenger the other day. And then Arctic, like I said, last night during the live stream, Arctic said that he had done a video on Jance when he first went missing. Excuse me. So I will definitely look into it some more. All right. So that was my, once again, and once again, all the links to oh, I'll have to, okay, so Miss Paula says she did leave a comment about the cast. All right, let me find, oh, there it is. I'm sorry, I missed it. Going back to Wicked, she says, and the cast was fantastic, Academy Award material. I will be doing a live review. Excellent. Just let us know, Miss Paula, when you're going to do your review, and we will definitely watch. All right. So let me see what I have next. Haven't been paying attention to what this score of the ball game was. Okay. Why? Okay, so I did. Let me. I'm trying to delete these as I go along, just so I won't forget and repeat what we've already done. So trying to decide what I want to do next. Let's go to something positive for a minute. This happened actually a few months ago, a couple of months ago. I was already sharing. I don't even have to change it. So Bon Jovi is one of my favorite bands since back in the day. Still love them to this day. And this happened in Nashville. I'm trying to remember exactly when. It'll tell in the article, but apparently Jon Bon Jovi helped. It says saves woman in crisis on Nashville pedestrian bridge in new video footage. And this particular article came out on September 12th. So it says Bon Jovi, talking about Jon Bon Jovi, helped persuade her to come off the ledge over the Cumberland River to safety, according to the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. So apparently, according to this article, Jon Bon Jovi was filming a music video on Tuesday, September 10th, when he helped save a woman in crisis on the Nashville pedestrian bridge. On Wednesday, September 11th, the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department shared surveillance footage from the John Sagenthaler pedestrian bridge. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. The YouTube video, which has since been removed by the platform, and now I have watched this. There are a couple of articles I found that may show it here. Oh, there, you can watch it there. We'll watch it play out here for a minute. So I don't know if you can see my cursor. Oh, sorry. That's John. I believe the lady in blue in the dress was and I don't know who that other lady is. I think it's maybe one of John's assistants. And this has no audio to it. He's giving her a hug there. So yeah, that's a little bit of the video. So I lost my place. So in the YouTube video, which is partly there that we watched there, has been removed from the platform. It showed the musician approaching the unidentified woman standing on the ledge. After a few minutes alone, the Bon Jovi frontman and another woman helped carry the woman in crisis to a safer part of the bridge. Bon Jovi continues to speak with the woman in crisis before they walk away from the area together. The Nashville Police Department posted on X a shout out to at Jon Bon Jovi and his team for helping a woman on the Siegenthaler pedestrian bridge Tuesday night. Bon Jovi helped persuade her to come off the ledge over the Cumberland River to safety. And there's a picture of John these days, looking a little bit older, got the gray hair going, but very distinguished looking. MNPD Chief John Drake added, "It takes all of us to help keep each other safe." Absolutely. A rep for Jon Bon Jovi could not immediately be reached for comment. The musician was filming a music video on the bridge, which was open to the public when the incident happened, and he offered a helping hand. Bon Jovi's foundation, the JBJ Soul Foundation, routinely deals with people in crisis, from hunger to homelessness, among other issues. So he has extensive training in speaking to individuals in crisis, people confirms. The JBJ Soul Foundation's goal is, quote, to recognize and maximize the human potential in those affected by hunger, poverty, and homelessness by offering assistance in establishing programs that provide food and affordable housing while supporting social services and job training programs. In February, Bon Jovi was recognized as the Music Cares Person of the Year for his philanthropic efforts. Laura Segura, executive director of Music Cares, praised Bon Jovi in a statement after announcing him as the honoree in October of 2023. She said his remarkable contributions to rock and roll have not only left an indelible mark on the music industry, but also in the hearts of countless fans around the world. Furthermore, his longstanding commitment to serving food insecure and unhoused individuals inspires us all. We're looking forward to celebrating him and the many ways he has made a difference in the world. And for anybody interested, Bon Jovi's most recent album was released. It's called Forever, was released in June. More importantly, if you or someone you know is considering self-harm, please contact the 988 self-harm and crisis lifeline by dialing 988 or text strength to the crisis text line at 741-741, or you can go to 988lifeline.org. So I just wanted to bring you I told you I was going to have a couple of positive stories tonight. So I wanted to bring you that one. Just like I said, I'd been aware of this since it happened back in September. And I was going to do just a short video on it, and then I just kept, other things kept coming up. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, Miss Paula says she's going to do her live tomorrow, and she also says she loves Bon Jovi. I do too. I've loved them. I don't know if Echoes is still here. We went back to work, but Bon Jovi is the first band I ever saw in concert, along with Cinderella back in '85 or so with the Slippery When Wet tour. It was them and Cinderella. Cinderella opened for them. I was 15 years old, I believe. And first concert I ever went to, and I've loved them ever since. Or I loved them before then, when their first albums came out. Yes, absolutely. Miss Paula says, I'm happy she is safe. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. All right, so let's see what we have next. Let me see what time it is. All right. Okay. Right, so I did that one. All right, so we're going to talk about, I know we've been talking about Hannah Kobayashi for a lot lately. And things are still getting worked out. So we just, still have to be patient and see what, if anything, any new information. But I had always had questions about this unidentified man who was seen on surveillance video with her, and if she did not disappear, or disappear willingly, which by all accounts it looks like, at least on the surface, that she has. Now, once again, they're still investigating, but or at least her family is. But I'd had questions about this unidentified man, because the police first talked about it, and they were, I think, trying to identify who it was. Apparently, they finally caught up with him. They did, and it had been released that they had interviewed him with an attorney present, family members present. He had been cleared, and once again, not saying that that he did anything or was responsible for anything nefarious. But I was just, always in the back of my head thought, well, what did they ask him? How did they clear him? Because they did say that they used other investigative techniques to confirm his alibi and things of that nature, or to confirm his story that he told. But apparently now this article came out today, once again from People. And apparently it says, man who spent hours with Hannah Kobayashi before her disappearance reveals what they discussed. So the police are talking a little bit about what they talked about, his version of, or what this gentleman's version of what happened was, or his interaction with Hannah was. So it says investigators on her case spoke at length with People about what they learned. And there is a picture of Hannah. So before she walked into Mexico and vanished, either by choice, as the police believe, or potentially as a result of something more nefarious, according to her family, Hannah Kobayashi spent the night in Los Angeles with a stranger she happened to meet near the airport. And I believe, if I remember correctly, the airport was also the last place that her phone pinged at. It says the two formed a quick bond after crossing paths, and then spent about 9 hours together, walking through downtown LA and meandering their way to Union Station, where they ended up falling asleep. In the morning, it says Hannah, who is a 30-year-old photographer and smoke shop employee, was gone. And this is according to members of the LA Police Department's Missing Persons Unit, who spoke at length with People this week in the wake of announcing that Kobayashi was being classified as a voluntary disappearance, a determination that her family has challenged, saying that they will do their own search. So what did they find out? But law enforcement says they developed significant resources since mid-November to untangling Hannah's case after she arrived in the city from Hawaii and then appeared to go missing from Los Angeles, LAX on November 11th. Now authorities are detailing what they learned and how they learned it. A key discovery, police say, was in finding the truth about reports Kobayashi had been seen with an unknown person who could have put her in danger. Lieutenant Doug Oldfield said, it's already in the news that she's with this male who's scary and she's in big trouble. For a while, he was the last person to have seen her when we didn't know where she was. So we did have to spend a few days on this to ensure that nothing bad happened. Oldfield says investigators were able to track the man down only days after Hannah was first reported missing, and in the course of their work, subsequently confirmed his story about the time they spent together, including through video footage and the man's own statements. And there's another picture of Hannah. In an interview with People alongside Detective Omar Franco, who heads the Missing Persons Unit, Oldfield says authorities looked into the man with an open mind in the days after Hannah's case was opened. I would say with this case, there were days and days where there's as many reasons that something could have gone totally wrong as there were reasons that everything was okay. So that's where we kind of live in that middle, and that's where we'd have to keep moving on what facts can we get, what video can we get, and just move on to what the next fact will lead us to. As officials learned more, their view of the man's relationship to Hannah changed. Oldfield says, we have this gentleman, we have them walking, and this is according to what I saw on surveillance video. And we're looking and saying, hey, does this person seem like she's in distress? What does she look like? We see a lot of smiling. We see smiling from the guy. He says there's another video where she passes by 2 police officers and has a chance maybe to say help if there's something wrong. The lieutenant continues. So from here, we're able to then get a better idea of who this guy was, and we identified him. The man, whom police are not naming, spoke with him twice, offering his side of the story. He says that he and Hannah met at LAX's train stop. They struck up a conversation around 9 p.m. a local time on November 11th as she was leaving the airport. Oldfield says, we haven't spoken to her, but from what we gather is that she was looking to understand how to get to Union Station and that he was going to assist, help her get there. For the amount of time they spent together, he pretty much was an ear to listen. She just spoke and talked about her life in Maui, her personal life, her love life, things of that nature, and he just listened. The man described Kobayashi as a free spirit, but says she seemed coherent and normal. She did not seem scared. She said she wanted to go see the redwoods, and she also mentioned plans to be in New York. And she was supposed to have boarded a flight to New York on November 8th, but we know she did not. And police think that she actually attempted to rebook a flight, but apparently the cost was too high. So once at Union Station, Hannah and the man spent several more hours. They ate dinner. They went to sleep in a waiting area, as travelers sometimes do. And then Hannah got up by herself, gathered her luggage, and, quote, walked off on her own. And this is according to Detective Franco. And Detective Oldfield says these things we were able to corroborate. She bought a bus ticket at 6:10 a.m. local time on November 12th and boarded shortly after. Then she arrived at the border about 4 hours after that. And she walked into Tijuana around noon, and her phone, for whatever reason, they say, was left behind at LAX. Now, they did say, they've always said that she had made allusions to that she kind of wanted to disconnect, go off the grid, for whatever reason. Police say the man that Hannah met has committed no crime. She, likewise, is not suspected to be the victim of foul play or a suspect in any criminal activity, because, once again, we had the rumor that came up that her family was discussing about a possible, what they call a visa marriage, a green card marriage, a sham marriage. And I read in an article that came up, something about her family said they, and you take it with a grain of salt, as always, that somebody had posted, I don't know if it was on X or where it was posted, supposedly a picture of Hannah and some guy on a beach in Hawaii. They said it looked like a wedding photograph, like they were getting married. Now, once again, to my knowledge, that has not been confirmed. So because of this, there are some details that LAPD won't share, citing privacy, which is absolutely understandable. And because police think that Hannah is in Mexico by choice, their investigation has stopped, though she will remain in the system until her well-being is confirmed. Her family, who drew national attention to her case, has been vocal in raising awareness about her, including their concerns about whether she was victimized in some way. There was also some rumor and talk about this twin flame unity cult thing that I still don't fully understand. Well, I have the basics of it, but once again, don't know if that is legitimate or not. So take it with a grain of salt. Her mother and sisters said in a statement earlier this week that they are, quote, committed to doing everything possible to bring her home safely. They also cautioned against what they call speculative conclusions. Spreading awareness and sharing verified information about her case is crucial, and we deeply appreciate your continued support in these efforts. Police say that they'd like to hear from Hannah, too. Detective Franco says we're all, everyone else is very interested in this now and just what her thought process through all this was and what her end game or goal was. And Detective Oldfield says we we don't have her side of the story. So at least now we know who this, or not who, the police know who this unidentified man is. Absolutely, I understand. We understand why they don't give this man's name, for his privacy. But they did find out nothing, as far as they know, nothing nefarious went on. He did not have anything. He was just basically being, trying to help her find Union Station, being, like I said, an ear for her. A good listener. So that eases my mind, at least, about this unidentified gentleman. All right. Let me get down in comments. Well, there's lots of comments here. Okay. Let me find where I will. Where I can't talk tonight as usual. I still do. I said we don't speculate on this channel. We try to go with the facts as we, to the best of our knowledge, as we know them. But I still have lots and lots of questions about what is going on with Hannah. Well, there's our friend JP. Hello, JP. Good to have you here. Oh, let me stop sharing that. It makes it all wonky. There we go. Always good to have JP here. Good to see you, friend. I hope you are doing well. I hope your music is going well. It's been a while since it's been a hot second since we've seen you in here. Miss Paula says New Hampshire is getting some snow. Yeah, I think the East Coast, upper East Coast, is getting lots of snow. I don't know if it's supposed to. I mean, there's always a little chance here in Arkansas but usually, here in Arkansas, we don't get the nice, pretty snow. We get the sleet, we get the freezing rain, we get the ice, all the yucky stuff. Oh my goodness. Junior said that he's getting used to the cold. He went for a 3-mile walk a little while ago. Bless your heart, Junior Johnson. Oh, goodness gracious. You're my hero. Truly. For one, I could take a 3-mile walk. It might take me 3 days to make a 3-mile walk with my bad knee. But in the cold, I'm not I'm a Southern gal. I don't like cold weather. But it is good that you can get out and walk, and in the cold, especially. Let's see. Let me get. Oh, there's Dandy. Hello, Miss Dandy. How are you doing? Good to see you here, my dear. Always good to have our Dandelion here. I hope you're doing well, Miss Dandy, in your part of the world, in Colorado. You getting any snow? I can't remember if you told me the other night, or was it last night, if you had any snow yet or not. Yes, always a good seeing Miss Dandy. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Absolutely. I'll be watching football. I've been watching football all day, and I'll be watching football tomorrow, depending on, I don't know even what games they're going to show here, what NFL games they're going to show. But I know Miss Paula will be watching her Patriots tomorrow if they play. Oh, Farah says she's got to go charge her phone. Yep, Dandy talking about Hannah says, in my opinion, she walked away from her life. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, you know, I had questions. I mean, I still have questions, absolutely, like we all do. But once again, if she truly did this on her own, just walked away from her life, that is absolutely her right. I still have questions, but I definitely just had that nagging thing in the back of my head about this unidentified male, that she had been seen on surveillance with, especially when it first came out, before they found him, found out who he was. They talked to him. Apparently, they've cleared him. They have this video evidence to support his story. So that eases my mind on that part of it. I still have questions, though. Still have questions. Now, somebody, it might have been you or somebody else mentioned too. Dandy says it seems kind of Carly Russell-ish. And somebody last night had to refresh my memory on the Carly Russell. But she was the one, and I still can't remember where it was, but it was a fake kidnapping. But I think this was the one that her story was that she was driving down the freeway late at night or whatever, and supposedly saw like a little 3-year-old kid on the side of the freeway. She stopped to rescue this little child on the freeway, and got kidnapped or something to that effect. And it came out that it was all a scam, you know, not true, fake kidnapping. And I haven't, and like I said, I'd forgot about it until somebody mentioned it last night. But I know they found her, or she showed up. I don't know if I can't remember if she's ever charged with anything. What could she be charged with? But yeah. Yeah, but I still definitely have questions about Hannah. Yeah, Dandy says, weird that she hasn't reached out since her dad passed so tragically. She's got to know people are looking for her. Yeah, and we mentioned that last night, that if she doesn't have it is believed that, you know, the last ping of her phone was at LAX, and that she did not have her phone after that. So she crossed into Mexico. You know, I don't know what kind of news coverage they would have in Mexico of American case, you know. So she might not even, you know, depending on if she got another phone or not, she may not even know that her father passed, because if I remember correctly, it was November 11th or 12th when she was seen crossing over to Mexico, and I think it was the 24th when her dad passed. So I mean, it's possible that she doesn't even know that he has passed, but that's just another question, you know. Yeah, Dandy says something is fishy about Hannah's case. I don't like fish. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's just something. Once again, until Hannah herself makes some kind of statement that we do truly know it is Hannah, that says, hey, I'm fine, I did this voluntarily, nothing's wrong, you know, I'll say, okay, fine. My mind is at ease. I don't have questions. No, well, I'd heard. So Dandy says, did y'all see that they think they found the backpack of the CEO, unaliver, the United Healthcare guy? It had Monopoly. I hadn't heard that it had Monopoly money in it. Really? Hold on, let me see if I can find. The last I heard was that they had found his backpack in somewhere in a park or in a track somewhere, but they had just didn't touch the backpack, obviously for forensic purposes. so it can be processed. And they picked it up along with the dirt and leaves that were around it. But I did not know that they had a monopoly money. Really? Goodness gracious. Okay, let me see if I can find anything. Oh, hear me punching on my keyboard. Let's see. Okay, here's reports reveal contents of backpack. All right. And this is from Fox News Channel from today, 8:42 this evening. Let me screen share. Take that down so I can read. May take a second to pop up. Like I said, okay, there it goes. It's coming. There we go. All right, so let's see what this article, let me change the layout. Okay, so let's see what this article says. So, United Healthcare CEO assassination reports reveal contents of backpack linked to offender. The backpack will undergo trace evidence processing. Get past the. So the gray backpack linked to the homicide of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, which authorities found dumped in Central Park, has reportedly yielded a jacket and some Monopoly money, but no gun. So all they found was the jacket. And why would they have Monopoly money? So the backpack which was found in Central Park West on Friday, contained a jacket, according to Bloomberg. NBC News reported Saturday that Monopoly money was also found in the backpack. The new information came as authorities would begin to wrap up day 4 of the hunt for Thompson's offender. The businessman was GSW'd with a suppressed firearm at around 6:45 a.m. Wednesday outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel. And apparently, this is the backpack. It says a Peak Designs backpack found by NYPD last in a leaf pile in Central Park on Friday. The bag appears to match the description of the one worn by the offender who took the life of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. So that is the backpack. Thompson was walking towards a Midtown hotel when the masked suspect opened fire from behind and then fled the scene. Police believe that the offender left New York City on a bus the same day. And I think they said that he possibly came in on a bus from, was it Atlanta? Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Police have not officially confirmed that the newly found backpack was the same one that the suspect wore during the homicide, which was captured by a surveillance camera. And then apparently the United Healthcare is offering a $10,000 reward for information. So retired FBI agent Scott Duffy told Fox News Digital it will be taken to a lab in Queens for forensic testing, where it will undergo trace evidence processing. He says it's a process for hair, fibers, and DNA. If he holds his hand against the strap and tightens the buckle like most of us do, that is where DNA most likely can be found, and also zippers and things of that nature. So this, I can't tell if it was walking there. Oh yeah. And I think they also caught him on footage riding or surveillance riding some kind of motorized bicycle at some point. So investigators are also analyzing clues that the suspect left, such as a water bottle at the scene and a discarded cell phone. Casings with the words deny, depose, and delay written on them were also found. A former Washington, D.C. homicide detective Ted Williams said the Monopoly money in the backpack is, quote, the offender playing games with the authorities, all part of a cat and mouse game. This offender knew they would more likely than not find the backpack. Well, yeah, he leaves it in Central Park, and he is leaving breadcrumbs to let the authorities know that he is in control, not them. So there have been several theories thrown around, and once again, they're just theories, speculation about was this because everybody's saying it's a hitman, it's a professional. It may be, could it be, it could be a hitman, a hired hitman, but definitely not a professional. I mean, I don't know. When I think of professional, I go back to that movie called The Professional with I can't think of the guy's name now. Leon. It was a foreign movie called Leon the Professional, and then they did the American version just called The Professional. Natalie Portman played the little girl in it. I can't remember the actor's name that played Leon. Anyway, somebody will have to remind me. So there's the theory that somebody hired a hitman for some reason or another, and has been reported that that this Brian Thompson allegedly has some shady dealings going on of some sort. And then there's been a speculation thrown out that he and his wife were estranged, although it was supposedly, they say it was amicable. There weren't any big problems. That his wife hired a hitman to take him out for one reason or another. Then there's the theory that it was just a normal everyday person that had been basically, for lack of better words, screwed over by the health insurance company, and just wanted to make a statement. Which, in my opinion, of everything, all the wild theories and speculations I've heard, that is, in my opinion, the one that makes the most sense. And then there's also the theory that some professionals, quote professionals, are brought up that possibly it could have been he ordered a hit on himself, that with whatever these shady dealings were that he was involved in, that he knew or either thought or knew that, if he was convicted or whatever and was going to go be sent away to prison for a long time, that, he would hire somebody to take him out. That way he, didn't have to, spend the rest of his life in prison, and that his family would be taken care of. They would get all this insurance money. And so, like I said, there's just lots and lots of theories and speculation going around about this right now. Like I said, to me, just from the information that we've been given, my best guess, or would be just somebody wanting to make a statement about the healthcare system in general, insurance system in general. But I would love to know what you guys think in chat, or if you're watching replay, please leave a comment. Just please keep everything just nice and respectful. Oh, Miss Paula says that the Patriots have a bye week, no game tomorrow. Yeah, I know that my Chiefs play, I think, tomorrow night. Can't remember who Chiefs and Chargers. I think they play the Chargers. I don't know who my Bears play. We'll lose to tomorrow. So going back to Hannah, Miss Dandy says, I'd like to know more about Hannah's home life. Why is nobody that knows her speaking out about her life before this? That I've wondered that also. It could be, they could just be very private about personal things and don't want to talk about it. I don't know. I say as much as we want to know, it's like people say, as much as we care about these cases and get interested, want to bring awareness to these cases and are interested in them, it's not our right, to know everything. Now that's not to say that wanting to know, it's not wrong, but it's just, we have no, it's not our right to know. It's not our right to know everything that the police know, or everything that the family knows. But I definitely understand what you're saying, Dandy, and I definitely agree with you. I would love to know. Bunches of comments. Holy moly. Okay, a bunch of comments popped up. Miss Paula says, you're talking about Hannah, says, was it a, are you going back to Carly? Miss Paula says, was it a fake kidnapping? Yeah, we're talking about Carly Russell. Yeah, Dandy says she faked the kidnapping to go hang out at a motel. A weird girl. Think I remember her boyfriend broke up with her or something stupid. Yeah, yeah. The Carly Russell, yes, was fake kidnapping. Sunday, that is one of the stories we'll probably talk about next. If it's the same story, which, 1 in a million chance that they're going to be 2 stories exactly the same. But yeah, Sunday says, today a good Samaritan found 2 kids on the side of the road from a carjacking. The guy put the very young kids on the side of this road. That had to be scary. Yes, that is exactly, it has to be the same one. Dandy says, good grief. I'm glad the kiddos are safe. Yes, they're safe, and they're so cute. This article, let's get to the article. The article I have has pictures of the babies. I believe they were twins. Let me find the article. Yep, right here. Get it to change. There it is. Oh, let me go take the comment down so we can read. Come on, don't poop out on me now. What is it doing? What is it doing? Okay. Hold on, let me go over, and I think the video over here is messing up my, there we go. Okay, there we go. Everything's been slow on my computer as usual. Okay, so man finds 2 kidnapped babies sitting in ditch outside of his home while collecting mail, and he's being called a good Samaritan. He absolutely is. So here are the babies. Well, that's a video. It has pictures of them. The babies are so cute. So this happened in Indiana. An Indiana man, and this is from this article is from the 3rd. An Indiana man is being held as a good Samaritan for finding 2 babies who were kidnapped during a car theft. On Monday, December 2nd, Robert Dean went to collect a package from outside his home in southeast Indianapolis when he spotted 2 baby car seats sitting inside a ditch. He then walked over and discovered 2 baby girls inside the chairs who had been taken in the stolen car earlier that day. He says, I do it again. If you see something like a baby in a ditch, say something and do something. Absolutely. While it's currently unknown how long the babies were outside, the weather was reportedly as low as 27 degrees. I just cannot imagine. Dean's home was also around 4 miles away from the location of the theft, according to USA Today. And there is a picture of one of the babies. Look at that little face. Oh my goodness. Can you just imagine? Oh my goodness. Hopefully they will be absolutely too young to remember this. So this is one of the kidnapped little girls. And there's a picture of the other one. Indianapolis police spokesman William Young told the outlet, it's cold out here. Who knows what could have happened if this particular individual was not able to come outside. It's extremely cold, and we're still in our early stages of trying to figure out who was responsible for this. The Indianapolis Metro Police Department stated on X on Monday that they had been trying to locate a vehicle that had been stolen with a 4-month-old, and also they weren't twins, so a 4-month-old and a 5-month-old baby inside. And I believe that is the other widow one. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. Says the plate number on the vehicle is 364 CMU. If you see this vehicle, please call 911 immediately. They added about the stolen car, which was taken from a home at East Gimber Street at around 11 a.m. that day. Excuse me. Police were alerted that 2 babies were inside the stolen 2013 Hyundai Sonata before they discovered the vehicle and found it was empty. And this happened around the same time that Dean called authorities to state that he had found the 2 girls, and this is according to CBS 4 Indy. So apparently that is the car. Oh, the location. Oh, this is where they were found. The location where they were found. It says below are photos of the 2 baby girls who were in the vehicle. The vehicle is a silver 2013 Hyundai Sonata. According to CBS 4 Indy, the police are still searching for the person who stole the vehicle. He did what any good person would do, Young added to USA Today about Dean. He got those infants to shelter. This is an outcome that we wanted. I can't thank that Good Samaritan enough. We don't have a suspect in custody, but that will be our next priority, is figuring out who is responsible for this particular incident. Police, it says People has contacted the Indy Metro Police Department for further information. So that is our other good news, good outcome story that I had for tonight. Oh, go back up to find put the picture up. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. Yes, Miss Paula, that's what about the parents? Yes, the Sunday says they were reunited. No one was injured, just the carjacking. Thank goodness for that. Yep, I think it said that they were one was 4 months old and one was 5 months old. So I wonder if this was, because at first I thought they were twins, but they said one was 4 months old, one was 5 months old. I wonder if they were, it was a baby, what am I trying to say? Babysitter taking care of them, or if there was 2 friends. It didn't say how many. Because I mean, you can't, obviously you can't have 2 babies. The same woman can't have 2 babies a month apart. I mean, so I was just unsure about the relationship between the children. Yes, absolutely. Miss Paula says, I'm happy everyone is safe. Absolutely. Yes, it does. Always good to have something. I didn't think about that. Going back to the United Healthcare thing. Dandy says UHC, United Healthcare, basically has a monopoly in the healthcare insurance business, maybe hence the monopoly money. Gotcha. That didn't even occur to me. I was thinking monopoly money. Why in the world? But our Dandy, I'm telling you, Dandy's our smart one here. One of our smart ones. A lot smarter than me, anyway. That would make sense. Yes, Miss Paula says the cops believe the suspect left New York City. Yep. Dandy says this guy's a jokester. Yep. Yeah, Sunday said that creepy pic of him smiling. Yeah, they did release. Let me see if I can find that picture. The surveillance, I think it was from the hostel or the whatever they called it. I know which picture you're talking about. Uh, hold on, I'm trying to find. Go to images. There it is, right there. See if I can make it bigger. That one, you see my cursor is on it, my pink cursor. That one right there. Yep, right here. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah. And when I first saw it, I almost thought it looked like a woman. It had more feminine features. I mean, I know it's not a woman. But yeah, that picture. That is very creepy. And see, and it's possible, I'm sure they had two, or no, he's not wearing a backpack in that one. There was another picture I thought where he was wearing a backpack, but it had a different colored straps on it. Had like black straps instead of like the gray or tan straps. Yeah, that picture is definitely creepy. Absolutely. Yeah, Miss Paula asked if they identified the suspect. Now they're, once again, grain of salt. It has been rumored that the police do know who it is, but they haven't released a name, or they're not saying, "Hey, we know who this person is," in order to not what they call spook him. But I mean, apparently, 99% he's most definitely left the city. Who knows where he's at? I mean, I'm sure they're tracing his steps. But yeah, there's a rumor that police know who he is, but it could just be a rumor. So Dandy says it said that in the smiling pic, a lady was flirting with him. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Sunday says, can you imagine how she must have felt? I know. Yeah, Dandy says there's conflicting reports. They say they know who he is, but aren't releasing his name. Uh, yes, I'd also, yeah. Dandy says the firearm is one that needs to be cocked after every shot. It did not malfunction as reported. Yes, I read that or heard that somewhere today. Yeah, because when that video, because they do have, unfortunately, or fortunately or unfortunately, however you look at it, it was caught on, the incident was caught on a surveillance, and it said that it looked like his gun either, or well, they said at first the gun jammed. But yes, it has been reported that the kind of firearm it was one that had to be cocked, and that's what he was doing. Yep, Sunday says flashes a smile knowing what he's going to do in a few minutes. I know that just makes it even more horrifying and creepy. Yeah, that's also been considered too, or a theory. Dandy says his insider trading was being investigated. I wonder if an investor isn't involved. He was headed to an investor meeting. That, I think, that has also been mentioned too. Absolutely. Yeah, see, and I agree with it. That's going back to what I was talking about, the quote professional hitman. Sunday says, I don't believe a hired hitman will be caught on camera. Although more places, especially places like New York City, there are cameras everywhere. So it'd be kind of, I mean, absolute, almost next, I'm not saying that it's not possible, but next to impossible not to be caught on a camera. But I mean, there are ways to disguise yourself, kind of like he did. He had the mask up over his face, or at least over the bottom part of his face, I think. And then he had the hood up, the jacket, uh, kind of basically the only thing that might have given him away is, the backpack. I mean, but like I said, I'd never been to New York or anywhere around there. So I don't know how common it is for people to wear, backpacks, of that nature, things of that nature. But, but yeah, I don't think he was he might have been hired by somebody, but I don't think he was what I would consider a professional hitman. And that's absolutely a valid point. Miss Paula says, not defending the suspect, absolutely not, but insurance companies do know how to tick people off. That is true, unfortunately. Oh, yep, I'll be watching it too. Miss Paula says she'll be watching the Chiefs game. Yep, I will too, ma'am. Oh, Miss Farr says she is back, listening, having a lay down. That sounds magnificent. I might have to have a lay down until Dave, whenever Dave comes on his live stream, if he's doing his live stream. Yeah, Dandy says New York is one of the most heavily watched CCTV cities in all of the country. Yep. Yeah, Sunday says at least wear a disguise. I guess that was his idea of a disguise, apparently, was the jacket with the hood up, with the mask or whatever over part of his face, the backpack. I don't know. Oh, goodness. See, this is, Dandy says people are speculating that he's wearing prosthetic face stuff. Yeah, there's no telling what people, I mean, people are saying yeah, there's already tons and people are going down tons and tons of rabbit holes. Most definitely. It's craziness. I said, of all the wild speculations, the ones that I would even consider were, it was just, a disgruntled, somebody disgruntled with the healthcare or the insurance system and making a statement, or like, which one of you said it? Dandy, by the insider trading, it could have been an investor, because of the insider trading stuff. Yeah, that's if I was to narrow it down to the two most likely, in my opinion, is either, like I said, somebody wanting to make a statement about the healthcare insurance situation, or somebody that knew him was involved in either this insider trading or was a victim of, or however that works, something of that nature. Somebody to do that also had something to do with the insurance business, healthcare insurance business. But that is just my opinion. Yeah. Yep, Miss Dandy says yes. Paula, yes, go Chiefs. I'm a native of Missouri, enjoying my time in Colorado. Yeah, Sunday says prosthetic face stuff. What the? Yeah. Dandy says she spends way too much time online. Yes, going back to the little babies. Sunday says, I'm so grateful they were safe and the carjacker did the right thing and didn't hurt them. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, a criminal with at least maybe a little bit of a conscience, Miss Paula says she is a Swiftie, Taylor Swift fan. I didn't know the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots have been eliminated from the playoffs. They only have 4 games left. Yeah, my Bears never even had a chance as usual. So my Chiefs are the only hope I have left. Absolutely. Dandy says a cute little soul spared by the Lord. Absolutely. Dandy says she's not smarter than anyone. I'm online always. Yes, very creepy. Very creepy. So Dandy says this picture here, once again, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. In that pic, he was flirting, and the person asked him to remove his mask. He's got some, I can say from that picture, it looks like he's got some long, pretty eyelashes. I can say that. He has a nice smile. It looks like long eyelashes, dark eyelashes. Hey, Aquarian one. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. We're just hanging out and sharing some stories and some updates, some positive stories. Not this one here that's up on the screen currently, but we talked about a couple. Good to have you here. I joked earlier and said I was Dave's warm-up act, his opening act before his live stream. Because he should be going live in who knows. in the next in a couple of hours or so. I'm not going to stay on for that long because I'll have to take a break and get ready to help Dave out. Go support Dave. Let me see if I can jump over and grab Dave's link. Hold on. I'm trying not to close everything down here. Let me grab Dave's link to his channel if I can get to it without totally crashing everything. Then we'll see what else I had planned to talk about. Okay, let me go to my, of course, there we go. My farm signal's taking a while for, there we go. Let me find Al. There he is. So copy the link. All right. Shut that down. Bring everything else back up. All right. Oh my goodness. Of course, Dandy beat me to it. Thank you, Dandy. I forgot y'all had wrenches. I told you. Dave is out on the prowl. Our friend Dave. Probably most of us who know Dave. I know I first saw him in Mr. Steve True Crime Web chats, along with Junior Johnson. That's how I got to know Junior. And Dave has his own channel, Al on the Prowl, and he does one true crime live stream a week on the weekends, Saturday night, Sunday morning, depending on how you want to look at it. And so it should start usually, like I said, in a couple hours. Usually around between 11:30 midnight Central Time is usually when he starts. Yes, Miss Paula is a mod over there. Absolutely. You are most welcome, Aquarium. Please do. If you're a night owl, you can join us live. If not, please watch the replay crew. Yes, you do have a quick thumb. See, now when I'm modding, like when I'm when I'm in Dave's live stream, of course, Dave, you have to watch out for flying wrenches and Dave's. Everybody's got a wrench. I can get, when I'm not having to talk and, like I'm here hosting, fancy word. I can get the links in quick too. But when I'm trying to do the live stream and go back and forth and try not to put us into a dumpster fire. But thank you, Dandy. Thank you, Dandy. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Aquarian. Like I said, if you're not, I can't talk tonight, guys. I swear I have not been drinking tea. Sweet tea is all I've been drinking, and water. Yeah, definitely. If you're a night owl, if you're up around that time, please come join us. It's a wonderful chat. We have a lot of fun in chat, but we can also be serious and talk about whatever topics, cases, crimes that Dave is featuring. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Thanks for joining us tonight here. Absolutely. Thanks to everybody who's here. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to the lurkers. We love our lurkers also. Definitely love our replay crew. So once again, thank you, replay crew. All right. Let me see what else I had. How long we've been on? Oh, we hadn't even been on 2 hours. I'm doing good, guys. It's usually 3-4 hours, but we did well, I think last night the live stream was only about 2.5 hours. So we did that. Okay, so I think the last thing I had was the has one of the most famous unsolved crimes of all time. Could it possibly have been solved? And we are talking about DB Cooper. And this is a case that has always fascinated and intrigued me. I don't know how many TV show episodes and documentaries I've watched about this case. But apparently, about a month or so ago, some siblings claim that their dad is DB Cooper and that they have found the parachute that he used or was a backup or whatever the case may be in on their property. And they waited, and I can't remember, it'll tell in the article, I can't remember when exactly they found it, but they wanted to wait until their mother passed away before they released or went public with this information, because in their mind they thought she might have been kind of complicit or knew something about it. But anyway, so this is the article. It is from the New York Post, and it came out on November 26th of this year. And to me, this might, I mean, of all the crazy theories and speculations and rabbit holes that people have went down in cases, this one kind of holds a little bit of water for me, but I'll let you guys decide. So it says siblings claim that late dad is mysterious plane hijacker DB Cooper after finding hidden parachute in their home on their property, and they say it is a 1 in a billion parachute because apparently it had been modified somehow. Okay, so is he the real McCoy? A pair of North Carolina siblings claim their late father is the ever-elusive Boeing hijacker DB Cooper after allegedly finding his parachute hidden in their home, according to a new report. Shantae and Rick McCoy III claim that their father, Richard McCoy Jr., was the infamous fugitive who disappeared when he leaped out of a Boeing plane with $200,000 in cash after taking passengers and crew hostage in 1971. The siblings said they waited until their mother's death in 2020 to come forward, fearing that she could be implicated, as the parachute that allegedly belonged to Cooper was found in her storage stash outside of the house. Now this is so apparently this aviation YouTuber Dan Grider, and I don't know what his channel is called, I have to look it up, is did a video or a story or something on his YouTube channel also. So this is a picture, I'm assuming, I don't know if that is one of the children or the YouTuber, but it says aviation YouTuber Dan Grider claimed that parachute found by the McCoy siblings matches the one used by fugitive DB Cooper. So you can see there he's holding up the parachute. And here are the infamous, anybody who's followed this case, the infamous sketches done. Oh, go away. I hate when that pops down like that. Oh, there. Oh. So there are the infamous sketches that have been done of what DB Cooper supposedly looked like. So after the mother passed away, the siblings met with aviation YouTuber Dan Grider, who has seen the parachute and believes that it is the very one that DB Cooper used in 1971. He says that rig is literally 1 in a billion. So that are, according to him, that's some pretty good odds. And once again, this is just according to him, nothing definite has, So Grider claimed the parachute at the McCoy's home matched the modified parachute prepared by veteran skydiver Earl Cossey for police as part of Cooper's demands before he disappeared somewhere between Seattle and Reno, Nevada. DB Cooper sleuths have raised the possibility that Richard Jr. was a fugitive for years, given his own criminal past. And now this, oh, come on. Sorry, things keep popping up. So on the On the left is one of the sketches of D.B. Cooper, what he allegedly looked like, and on the left is Richard McCoy. To me, there's some similarities. The ears, the hair, the large forehead. Just you guys let me know what you think. But then again, sometimes you can never rely on sketches. We found that out. You know, most sketches are very generic looking, unless there happens to be like a scar or some kind of very distinct identifying feature. But I mean, you know, you could make the argument if you wanted to that they're similar looking. 5 months after Cooper pulled off his famous caper, Richard Jr. was caught pulling off a similar hijacking in Utah. The thief eventually broke out of prison and passed away in a subsequent shootout with police. The McCoy siblings told Grider they've known the truth for years, but talking about it remained taboo in their family over worries that law enforcement would implicate their mother, Karen, in both hijackings. Grider published his latest theory and images of the parachute with the FBI allegedly reaching out to the McCoys to see the evidence. Now, let me just say that this also could just be a ploy by these two children of Richard McCoy to get attention, 15 minutes of fame, whatever the case may be. Now, I don't know how much information, the only thing would be I don't know how much information was ever released about the modifications that were done to the parachute. I'm sure it's been brought out. You know, like I said, there's been a zillion, TV episodes and documentaries and things. So I'm sure there's probably been at least a replica shown of the modifications that were made of the parachute, and that's how they would have known how to, if they are faking this, would have known how to make their own parachute that matched the modifications. All right, so this is some money. So at some point, some money that is believed to have been some of the ransom money was located in Oregon in 1980. And that is just a picture of some of that money. I believe it was found by a little boy, if I'm not mistaken. So the McCoys told the Daily, the FBI searched the North Carolina complex for additional clues and took possession of the parachute in 2023, with Rick also providing investigators with a DNA sample, because I believe they did. I think there's a picture of it down here. The only thing they ever found that they knew absolutely belonged to the hijacker, D.B. Cooper, whoever it was a tie and a tie clip. And I think they got DNA either off the tie or the tie clip. So that's how they could match the DNA. So the agents allegedly informed him the next step could be to exhume his father's body, but such a request has yet to be made. Now, see, I don't know why they would have to exhume the body. I mean, they could, if they just wanted to do a preliminary test, they could take the children's DNA, I believe, and maybe compare it to the DNA from the tie or the tie clip. I don't know. Or maybe that just works better if it's maternal DNA from the mother. So no request has been made as of yet to exhume the body. The FBI has not made any public statements about the investigation or acknowledged that it has been actively looking into the D.B. Cooper case. And here's a picture of the actual parachute. So it says the FBI was flagged in 2008 after a family claimed to have found D.B. Cooper's parachute near their Oregon home. So the agency has said the case was officially closed in 2016 over a lack of leads. Whether Cooper survived the jump over a rugged wooden landscape somewhere between Seattle and Reno, Nevada has never been confirmed. One of the few clues about the hijacker's identity was his recovered black tie and a crumbling package of $20 bills matching the ransom money's serial number. So it was definitely a part of the ransom money, which was unearthed by a young boy from a sandbar along the Columbia River in 1980. So that is just some, I thought was interesting. Like I said, this case, this has been one of the cases that has always intrigued me. So I just thought that was, so do you guys think it's, they're just scamming these two kids, or well, they're not kids, they're adults, but these two children of this Richard McCoy Jr. And so we have Rick the third and the sister. Do you think they're scamming, or think they are telling the truth, or not? Let me get back down to where I was in comments. Okay. Absolutely. Dandy says replay crew is fire. Absolutely. Hold on, let me trying to get rid of these ads. Just put that headline back up there. That way, if anybody watching replay crew is trying to figure out what we're talking about. Yeah, speaking of replay crew, yes, we love, I get lots and lots of probably most of my views are that I get on my live streams are replay, which is fantastic. Not that I don't enjoy, I absolutely love everybody who joins us live to come join us and chat with us. Tandy says, wasn't DB Cooper. Yep, like I said, this has been one of the cases that has always intrigued me. No, Miss Paula always asking me about any updates on West Memphis 3. Nope. I checked the other day just to make sure I haven't missed anything, although on our local TV, if anything, any two new words come out about West Memphis, it's on our local news. But no, they still, as far as I know, as far as West Memphis 3, they are not, have not tested the DNA yet. I'm telling you, they're gonna fight it. They're gonna fight it. Will continue to fight it. They've been fighting it for years and years and years. Even though the Arkansas Supreme Court ruled it could be tested, that Damien Eccles and all three of them did have the right to ask for it to be tested, even though they were not incarcerated anymore. But Crittenden County, still not or whatever county's in charge. I know the trials it originated in Crittenden County. All their high up officials still have not agreed and said, yeah, test it. Dandy says, going back to DB Cooper, last I heard they were DNA testing the tie. Excellent. Yep. I want to know. Yeah, one way or another. I might have to quit screen sharing. It's slowing down my computer. Hold on. Sorry, when I screen share, sometimes what am I doing? It slows down the computer. Yeah, Dandy says hopefully they can substantiate this, DB Cooper. Yeah, one way or the other, if it's true or if it's they're just scamming, wanting to get money or attention, 15 minutes of fame, very, whatever the case may be. Yep, Miss Paula says History Channel has a show called Decoded. Yep, I've watched that show. And they did an episode on Cooper. They come up with the suspect. Yeah, over the years, there have been lots and lots of suspects, potential suspects. People have had, seems like everybody who is interested in this case has a yeah. Sorry, things are popping up on my screen. Have had their theory on everybody and their mama has their theory on who it is. Yeah, Dandy says money, money, money. Oh, excuse me. Money, 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 money. I know who originally did that song. I know Bullet Boys did a remake of it back in the 80s and 90s. Okay, so Dandy says, just getting ready to say the same. Familial DNA is a thing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They could just, instead of exhuming the body of who they think the Richard McCoy Jr., the dad, can they just take DNA from the kids and match it to the DNA they get off the tie to see if it's at least a familial DNA, and then go from there? Then, if they wanted to, I mean, because exhuming a body is not only, in my opinion, if it's not needed, such as a case, it's just, I just don't like to see a body's exhumed. Like I said, if it can help a case, solve a case, or whatever, absolutely. But yeah, before I do it, if it was me, and I'm by no means a professional of anything, I would get DNA from the kids and test it against the tie, and if it comes up a familial match of any kind, then go ahead, I guess, and exhume the body and get DNA just to be 100% sure. But that's just my opinion. Yep, and Andy's right. Says it is their truth until proven otherwise. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm just, that's two possibilities. Either it's true, or they believe it's true, or they're scamming. And I'm not saying that they're scamming. We don't know yet. But like I said, of all the theories, all the millions of theories that I've heard about this, to me, this is one that's been one that made me go, there might be something to this. That's a good question. Aquarian says, not sure what to think. I have a few questions. Can they get DNA from the parachute? Possibly. Possibly. But now, the actual parachute, probably not, because if I know my parachutes, the actual parachute is inside the whatever they pack it in. And when you jump, you just pull the handles and the chute comes out, and you don't actually touch the chute unless you touch it. If you make a safe landing, and assuming if he survived, then he did make a safe landing, he could have touched the parachute after he landed. So absolutely, there could be DNA from that perspective. Corian says, why did Cooper leave his tie and the money behind? That's also a good question. I've always wondered that too, about why did he leave the tie behind? And as far as the money, it could have, and I can't remember if it was buried or that it was intentionally buried. Those $20 bills that were found on the shoreline in was it North Carolina or wherever it was that the little boy found. I can't remember if they said that bag was intentionally buried, or if it could have been it could have been some bills that just fell out of the backpack or whatever he was carrying the money in, and just fallen and gotten covered with dirt or whatever, sand or whatever, over time. That could explain the money. But now the tie, I have no idea why he would leave that behind. Dandy says, if it's still viable, I have doubts over this long period of time. Aquarian says, I think they should exhume the man's remains to be sure if it's him or not. Absolutely. It did not say. Aquarian says, it's a good question. Did the children report that their dad had a lot of money? It did not say. I'm gonna have to do some more, read some more articles about this particular claim, or I've just read a couple of articles, but I will definitely look into it more. Who was the suspect? I I probably watched that episode, but if it's been a while, I don't remember. Miss Paula says, I like Decoded Suspect. I forgot who in that episode, yeah, who they named as a suspect. Yeah, Dandy says, who was that, Paula? I've watched so much on DB that I'm delirious. I'm the same way. I've watched so many. And right now, I can't, let me see if, I'm just going to put DB Cooper suspects. See what it comes up with. See if it gives any names. Okay, so let's see. This will come up. It's not moving too fast. Let me see if it'll if we won't slow it down. Okay, so Miss Paula says Kenny Christensen. Right, let me see. I found my keep losing my cursor. Let me see if it'll share my screen. Had some names and some pictures of some people who have been named or as suspect or considered suspects over the. Let me change my layout again, make it bigger. I don't know if it's going to work. It's slowing down. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. Never mind. That's why it wouldn't work. I was pushing the wrong button. Okay, so this is from norjack.org. This page contains FBI documents pertaining to popular DB Cooper suspects whose names are no longer redacted. So we have Donald Otis Burnworth. Apparently he was alive from 1931 to 2012. We're not going to read all the documents, but and then we have Fred Angelo Catalano Jr. Sounds like a mafia guy. That's a mafia name if I ever heard one. Oh, here's one Miss Paula was talking about. Kenneth Peter Christensen. Is that the one you're talking about, Miss Paula? And I can't read those. See if I can blow this up any or make it bigger. No. Says on 11/5/96, complainant called to report he felt deceased Kenneth Christensen was DB Cooper who had hijacked an airplane and gotten away with large sums of money. He stated that he looked like the rendition of DB Cooper had seen in the newspaper. He went on to say he's not redacted. Christensen was a bachelor and a paratrooper who was familiar with sorry, I'm trying to read this really small writing, with airlines in as much as he was with, I think, Northwest Airlines, stated he had spoken to two of the three something. He said he drank bourbon and that DB Cooper had ordered bourbon on the plane. Well, a lot of people drink bourbon. I drink bourbon or rum, whiskey, bourbon, rum, whatever you want to call it. Drank bourbon and that DB Cooper had ordered bourbon on the plane during the hijacking. Lastly, Kenneth Christensen had friends in the Longview, Washington area and was reported to have known the area very well. So, let's see if there's anything else. Hold on. Yeah. So I guess this is a letter. Dear Sir, Associated Press had an article in our, it's supposed to be in Minneapolis Star Tribune about the anniversary of the NWA hijacking by DB Cooper. I've been trying for over 2 months to have the FBI to disprove the suspect. They still haven't checked it out. Also, we got people. So he's suspected Kenneth Christensen was DB Cooper. Yeah. So let me get the. Hold on. Here's the link to that site for anybody who's interested can go check it out. And then we have Bryant Jack Kofelt. Trying to see if any of these compare it to the to what the sketches look like. Once again, sketches are not reliable. Lyndall Cooper. Now he has been talked about in a lot of the ones that I've watched. A woman, Barbara Dayton, really? Okay, so a woman apparently was a possibility. William Pratt Gossett. Now that talking about, if you want to go down the rabbit hole of the sketch, that's kind of close. But then again, this guy also resembles a little bit Anderson Cooper a little bit, except he doesn't have the gray hair. And then there's Jason Thomas Langseth. There's a bunch of them. There's Richard Floyd McCoy Jr. That's the one that his kids are the ones that are saying that I think their dad. I don't know that he resemble. I mean, once again, he could resemble the sketch also, in my opinion. And then Sheridan Peterson, Robert Wesley Rackstraw. To me, he doesn't look like the sketch. James Alexander Roman. There you go. See, there's a ton of them. Roger Cliff Strom. Dwayne Lauren Weber. Yeah, so yeah. Like I said, you can go down so many rabbit holes in this case. But yeah, I put the link in for anybody who wants to check it out. I might let's see, let me save this, bookmark it. That way I can go back to it and try to enlarge the document so I can read the documents. Very interesting nonetheless. See, I'm glad I'm not the only one that I always lose my cursor. And see, I made it, you can't see it now, but when I made it like a bright hot pink magenta color, thinking, hey, I won't lose my cursor, and because I like that color, and I still lose my cursor. You are very welcome, Aquarian. Absolutely. All right, let me see. Just check one more time, make sure I got everything that I had planned. So we talked about Hannah Kobayashi. We talked about the two babies gratefully being spared by this carjacker who had a little bit of a conscience. All right, does anybody have anything else? If not, we will get out of here. Because Dave, see, it's 10:46 Central Time, so he may be starting here in about an hour or so. So I'm definitely going to have to take a break and get me some drink and see a man about a horse and rest my back for a minute. Yeah, Miss Paula says, when I lose the cursor, you should see what it does to the live podcast I'm watching. Yeah. Yeah, I've almost put us into a dumpster fire when I lose my cursor. It's definitely a thing. As Dandy would say, it is a thing, losing your cursor, at least in my case. You're very welcome, Miss Farr. Always good to have Miss Farr here. So like I said, thank you very much, Sunday Doodles. Always good to have you here. Thank you, Miss Paula. Always good to have you here. Who else was here? Aquarian 1. Of course, Dandy. Miss PJ was here earlier. Miss Paula. Junior Johnson was here earlier. He's probably conked out by now. It's past his bedtime. Don't want to forget anybody. I think I got just about everybody, unless there's somebody who was here at the very beginning. I don't know if I can't scroll on StreamYard. It won't let me scroll all the way back up to the top. But thank you, everybody, for coming and joining me again tonight. Thank you, Miss Farr. Thank you, Miss Paula. Dandy says when she refers to her cursor, it's her tongue. Yeah. You got a cursing tongue there, sister? I understand. I can too. I try to keep mine under control, but you know, it doesn't always work. All right, guys, thank you so much for everybody being here. What did I do with my... Now I've lost my stylus. Not only have I lost my cursor, I lost my stylus. I'm probably sitting on it. Anyway, so thank you everybody that was here. Thank you to the lurkers. We love our lurkers. Thank you, replay crew. We love our replay crew. Thank you, Aquarian. Absolutely. So once again, if you're going to be up for a little while, please come and join us over if Dave does his live over at Out on the Prowl. Oh, somebody welcome Charles Rogers. Says my dad's first half cousin, Billy Wayne Davis, was a hitman for the Dixie Mob. And my maternal first cousin, Robert Veach, is a professional hitman for the Gridiron Secret Society. Goodness gracious. That was a bombshell here when we were fixing to get out of here. But thank you, Charles, thank you for being here. Thank you for that information. Absolutely. Welcome, welcome. We hope you join us again sometime. Absolutely. I would love to hear more about your family. That has got me intrigued. Yeah, Miss Paula will be up for Dave's late night for his live. Dandy says, "Oh, we need a call in sometime." I know. How do you do a call in? All I know how to do is add people to StreamYard. I don't know if that's the same as what they call a call in, but yeah, Corian says, talking to Charles, that must be scary having that in the family. Yeah, that's got me very intrigued now. That just popped up out of nowhere. Yeah, Charles, definitely join us usually on Friday nights. And this is a special one that we usually just do on a Friday nights. We have True Crime After Dark. We talk about anything and everything true crime. So we'd definitely like to hear more about whatever you want to divulge about your family. Absolutely. Very interesting. All right, so let me do a little bit of multitasking here. So yeah, so thank you everybody. Oh my goodness, now I can't get. Hold on, I'm trying not to put this into a dumpster fire. There we go. Thank you everybody that was here. Thank you once again, lurkers, replay crew. I love you all. Oh goodness. Oh, Miss Paula says if you add a phone number for the channel, people can call in. Okay. I might have to try to figure out to do that. So Charles says, most definitely after, oh goodness, after surviving 22 attempts on my life since 9 years of age. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is definitely scary. Absolutely. Oh, so Dandy says I can link a StreamYard number. Dandy, you're going to have, well, I'm going to have to get, once again, you know how bad I am about getting on a Discord. I'll send you a message. You send me a message. You have your people get in touch with my people about, and you can tell me or send me a link or something about how to link a StreamYard number. Yeah, but Corian says, yikes. Absolutely. All right, guys, we are going to get out of here now. Thanks once again for the millionth time. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. I love you guys. I couldn't do it without you guys. You're the reason I'm here. Monday, we will have our usual, unless something unforeseen happens, we'll have our usual Missing Person Monday live stream. Absolutely. Dandy says, yes, absolutely, Charles. Please come visit us again. Absolutely. Yes. Monday night, 8 or 8:15 Central Time, we will have our usual Missing Person Monday live stream. I believe we're doing Ohio, I believe, is the state we're doing next. Yeah, Aquarian says, Charles, thank God you survived it, Charles. Absolutely. So tune in most definitely for our Missing Person Monday live stream. That's probably the most important live stream I do every week. And we usually feature cold cases. So, like I said, I believe it's Ohio. So I will shut up for now and get out of here. Thanks once again to everybody. And I will see you guys live again. Monday night. Thanks, guys.